Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, and it's a rather new castle that we're in, isn't it? So let's address that elephant in the room straight away. Yes, the channel name has changed. Why have I changed it from the Retro Revival Show to the Games Arcade? Well, it's fairly simple really, guys. I want to address a wider variety of games to a wider audience. It's as simple as that. Does that mean the retro content's going away? Well, no, absolutely not. It will probably still be the primary content of the channel. But also it means that the restrictions are off. It means we can look at new indie games that have been developed for PC. We can look at PlayStation 3. We can look at other games that have come down the pipe. So it's not all doom and gloom, folks. It just means that we have a lot more content to go through, and it'll be the same thing that you're used to, the same format. We'll be looking at various games with their graphics, the sound, control systems, all the stuff that you've been used to over the last few years. It just means that there'll be a bit more variety. Not that like there wasn't variety before, but you know what I mean. We get a brand new game come down the pipe that's maybe an independent game. I don't really want to focus on AAA titles. I just want to be looking at like all the little independent games that deserve a shout out. So that's the idea, and having it as the Games Arcade means that we've got a little bit more flexibility. So that's all it is. Nothing major apart from a name change and channel rebrand. Other than that, I hope everybody's going to be happy, and just remember that the content that you're used to isn't going anywhere. It's just been widened slightly. So as you can see, we're starting off with a retro game now. It's on PlayStation 2, and it's I'm going to try and pronounce it. I think it's Disgaea, Hour of Darkness on the PlayStation 2. So yeah, we're starting off with a retro game. Big surprise. There's some cracking it. This is one of the first sort of, not the first RPG I ever played, but it's one of the ones that got me hooked instantly, just because it's got a very good sense of humour system built in. So most of it's talky, so you can see all this. You can skip past the text boxes, by the way. As soon as the X arrives in the screen, you can push that, and you can just skip straight through. So if you've seen this before, and I'm going to tell you now, you have to play the tutorial, which is just a few screens of combat. I will be going through that. I've already played through it once, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do this for you guys. But just to give you that heads up that you will also need to do the tutorial as well, because that's just kind of part of the game. And you know what, there's no harm in doing it, because it teaches you how to play. Whole point of a tutorial, I guess. Anyway, so these are the main characters here. You've got Etna, who is the red-haired young lady, and yeah, you've got your character as well. So the game is episodic. So you've got episode 1, Prince of the Netherworld, which is where we're going to kick things off with. So you get to control your character straight away, and it's very much a sort of, it's not even a point and click. You have direct control over your character, using the D-pad to move around. Now the only thing that I've noticed with this game is that because of its point of view, sometimes it's a bit difficult to get your character to go where you want them to, but it's such a minor point, I don't really care. The actual aesthetics of the game are really, really nice. Everything's like over-the-top cartoony and incredibly Japanese. So there you go. But I still have this on my PS2, and I still love it to this day. So I thought I'd bring this to the channel. It's something I've wanted to do for a while. And also there is a plethora of sequels, which we're going to go over as well. There's Disgaea 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6. Some of those on PC. Hence why I wanted to do this channel rebrand, really, because then we can explore sequels to games from the retro era, and then maybe we can have a look and compare them. But as RPGs go, this is actually a really good game, and it's a lot of fun. So you can see here, anything that is teaching you how to play will have tutorial in the brackets. Really nice and simple, so you know that it's not a main game thing. It's something you're just going to have to read, learn, and deal with. Very simple. You've got lots of NPC characters that you can interact with. All of these guys will provide a service. So that the young lady on the left, she provides hospital services. You can save whenever you are in this sort of castle area. So we're going to go into the tutorial because we have no choice but to do this. but at least you get an idea of the game. Now what I'll do is, once I've finished on the main points of the review, I'm going to do what I normally do and let some gameplay footage roll with the sound pumped up for you to actually have a good listen to. So, graphically, let's look at it. I think it's really nice, and everything's really well drawn. So you've got all these nice little characters here. These are the main characters, like I said, and the enemy characters you can see on the screen politely bobbing away in the background. So the idea is it's turn-based combat, so basically you can do a move and then you end your turn and the enemy characters will do a move. They will end their turn and so on and so forth until either you die or they die, preferably them, and then the sort of that area is then finished and you can move on in the game. You can see here these penguin dudes here. These are our minions, which we're going to be taking control of shortly. They just do this quite amusing little thing where she's sort of snapping them into line. And so yeah, we're going to be using them, and we're going to be using Laharl as well to practice combat. And then once the system takes over for the first bit, so everything that you're about to see now is controlled by the console, and then after that we get a chance to do it as well. It's a shame that they didn't just do it step by step as you approach the enemies and stuff like that. But do you know what? I'm not even going to complain, because the game is very, very good. And it's worth doing the tutorial just for that. Just remember to save once you've done your tutorial bit, once you go back to the Overlord Castle, just so you don't have to repeat and do this again. So yes, make sure you've got a memory card, make sure it's inserted into the PlayStation, and make sure that you press that save button. Yes, so otherwise you're going to have to do tutorial again, and any progress that you've done till then will be lost. So memory card, memory card, memory card. So here we go. This is going to be all automated now. So she's going to, well, the system is going to select who comes out. So you select your characters by hovering your, pointer. Your selector, whatever. Pointer, selector, mouse. It's not mouse driven, just so you know. But you can click on the portal and you can bring out as many or as less characters as you need or want to. And you'll get the gist as we go along. So you can choose who you're going to attack. It's very simple there. Be aware that you can also attack your own allies. It's not the best idea, but it will warn you, but you can do it. Now you'll see here that this guy is going to get absolutely caned in a minute. But once we've... It's an interesting combat system actually, because what you have to do is you have to move your character and then you can attack. So basically, once you have executed that attack or executed your moves or whatever you're going to do, then you can sort of queue them up with other characters. So what I mean by that is you can walk up to a character, you can tell your character to attack the enemy, and then you can bring someone else out of the portal, get them to attack, and then attack someone else. Now once you end your turn, they will all do their attacks in the sequence in which they have been assigned. So if it's Laharl first and he attacks one of those guys, and then you assign Etna to another one and the penguin guys to another one, and so on and so forth. Once you press end turn, they'll all attack in the sequence in which you assign them those attacks. It will make more sense, I promise you, but it's a very simple system, and once you get to grips with it, it's really, really quite satisfying. And I will hopefully, once I've got a chance to do this, so we're going to attack him now. Bum-ba-da-bum. And we can get, like I say, you can get Etna out, and you can get all these out. So, and the other thing you can do is combo attacks as well. So if you've got two people really, really close to each other, you can get them to, and it's all automated again, but you can get them to attack multiple or the same targets. You can see that I'm not using my execute button at this point. So I'm getting all these guys to come out and give these guys a good kick in, and you'll basically see what I'm doing. So this is now me controlling, and you want to bring out all of these characters if you want to. Like I said, you can use as many or as little as you want. You will get level ups as you go. So you can see that, press execute. Now they're all going to attack in the order in which I brought them out. The animations on this game are very cute as well. Like the penguins will just get these little swords out and go absolutely crazy like that. And you can see there that there is a combo meter as well. So the more you can do, the better. So now we get the enemy's turn. They're all going to move around and attack us, like so. And now the other thing which you'll see in a little while as well is that you can create new companions, and you can assign them like a mentor. But we'll go through that in a little while because that is at the end of the tutorial. And it's quite good fun, actually. So... But yeah, everything's really nice. The main characters are drawn really nicely. This reminds me a lot of Vandal Hearts sort of thing from the PlayStation 1, and that was a great game as well. In fact, that's another game I think that I need to be looking at. I think I was going to do Vandal Hearts, and I think it took forever to actually get anywhere. So I decided it might be a bit boring. But this game is not. This game is really, really good. So I hope if you've not played Disgaea, then it's worth picking up if you can get a copy on the PS2. If not, emulation is your friend. If you're looking for a good emulator, PCSX2, that's the one you want to be looking at. It does pretty much 99% of all PlayStation 2 games. I can't tell you where to get the games from, but a little bit of Googling and you should be able to figure it out. Anyway, so sound in this game is nice. There's a lot of talky going on, but only in the important bits. So you're not restricted to having to listen to... you don't have to listen to a lot of speech going on. And like I said, you can press the X button and it will skip it anyway. So you do have the option. Now the music is really good. I love the music here. Now this tutorial, by the way, is teaching you how to throw other characters to be able to reach other enemies and locations that would be previously inaccessible, or if you've run out of moves or something like that, like so. So this again is the UI taking over for me, and then once we get our go, we'll probably not take any notice of them at all. But it's just showing you what you can do, which is fun. But yes, the sound is absolutely is just lovely. It's really nice. You've got a really sort of nice, gentle soundtrack going through the game, and it doesn't get annoying either, which is really good. You want a game with decent sound, decent graphics, and the control system's actually very good as well. So you can use your analogs or you can use your D-pad to move. You'll use your shoulder buttons to spin the map around, so you can actually move your map around to different perspectives if you so wish, and that works quite well as well, actually. Hopefully I will get a chance to show you this somewhere in the game that we're playing right now. But I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait until we actually need to use it, because you can see all the enemies on the map here, so there's no point in using it. But rotating the screen is great when you've got hidden enemies that you need to try and find to defeat before they sneak up on you. So that's something. So here we go. There's a double attack there, because I've got someone behind me, so he's going to attack as well as I am. So that's really cool. The enemies do tend to flank you a little bit, but we will make them pay for their insolence, as we always do in these type of games. Like I said, the control system's really nice. It's very responsive as well, so you haven't got to worry too much about that. There's no input lag or anything like that, so you can just play the game to your heart's content without having to worry about any of that. I say one of my favourite RPGs on the PlayStation 2, and I'm just really pleased to be able to bring this one to the channel today. The other titles, I believe, were released on the PlayStation 3, and then obviously PC and PS4 and all that kind of jazz. I will be focusing mainly on PC titles when it comes to sequels and stuff, but there's still, like I said, there's still plenty of retro stuff coming your way. Do not panic about that. So, how do we think about gameplay? Well, the gameplay is really, really good. As I've already mentioned, the attack system is really nice. The turn-based strategy works very well. The humour's very good as well. So you just, like, the penguins call each other dudes. It's not what you'd expect from an RPG, but it works very well. The humour, there are times where you will just chuckle out loud and you don't really mean to. But that's because the game has got that sense of humour, which I think you will enjoy. So if you don't have a sense of humour, maybe this isn't the game for you. And if you have got a sense of humour, then pick this game up immediately and play. Replay value is incredibly high because it's a big game, so there's lots to do, and you'll be able to you'll be able to carry on through, but remember to save your game. I'll hopefully show you how we can move from the tutorial area shortly and start on a main campaign quest, and I'll show you how that works. But it's very simple. You do most of this stuff through the gatekeeper, and you can just progress through the game. Just remember, there are two key things here. One is to make sure that your health and your companions and yourself is tip-top at all times. Now you can create a cleric, which will help you, which will help heal you with their specials, which you get a special attack with these guys as well. You can see there I've got a special there. I'm not going to use it at this point, but I will try and sort that out when we're doing it a bit later on. I just think that we'll get through the tutorial as quick as we can. And obviously the playability is high as well. I love this game, and if you're an RPG fan, you will probably love this game too. So it's worth having a look at and having a go at. Age rating, well, pretty much any. It's not a difficult game to get to grips with, so younger players will enjoy the cartoony aesthetics of the game, and I think that older players will also, because it does get a bit harder as we go. It's not just an easy, point and click. It's there's quite a lot to it. So as far as that goes, it's very, very good fun and worth a purchase. So what have I got coming up? Well, I've got Pac-Man Museum, which has been on the back burner for ages, but I've done it now. I've just got to tidy it up a bit. Other than that, that's ready to roll. There's going to be Streets of Rage 4 on the PC, and also there's Skeleton Crew, which is another game which I've looked at yesterday and decided immediately that I love, so I'm going to be bringing that one as well. There's so much stuff I'm going to be looking at over the next few weeks, guys, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. Like I say, the retro stuff's going nowhere. It's going to stay on the channel as a primary thing because, well, we've got such a massive library of games to go through that, well, why wouldn't we stick with it? At the end of the day, the channel was built on retro. It's going to continue with retro, but now it's going to have its big brothers and sisters coming in to show us some new bits as well. Now, I promise you, AAA titles are no interest to me, so you won't see things like World of Warcraft and stuff like that on the channel, but you will see independent games and the smaller developer games that you'll get through things like Epic Games, Good Old Games, and the like. So let's progress through and let's see how we get on with it. I'm going to leave it there, so I'm going to let the game play for another 10 or so minutes, and hopefully you guys will get more of a gist of things as we come out of the tutorial. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody. I've had a really, really bad health week, food poisoning since Wednesday last week, so I've really been not feeling up to doing anything, so getting back into it today. Still not feeling 100%, but I'm certainly about 95%, so that's nice. So thanks ever so much for sticking with me, and I will be back very soon with a brand new review. And until then, you guys keep on gaming, and I'll catch you very soon. See you in the next video, and until then, guys, take care, and bye for now.
Eat this! Ha, dude! Pretty dude! Tough dude!
can do it. Okay.
Dead.
Here goes.
Dude!
Here goes.
Pretty, dude! Come on, dude! Come on, dude! Dude!
I can do it.